hear it.
June. June.
June
I
froze.
can't hear. What? No, I'm good. I'm not.
You know, that's the picture June takes and puts still. So when he's doing other calls, they think he's standing there, but he's really not. Look, we just lost him. We just lost June.
Yeah, he got past too.
Oh my God. There you go. Hey, welcome back to another episode of Frank Percent. Week 1 is in the book. I'm joined by the team, Nikki and June. Bree is still doing what Bree has to do. So, how you guys feeling today?
Look, I've had an amazing Tuesday. So, yeah.
Yeah, I feel good. I feel like a W in here. I don't know. Kind of like the light bulb shining that light.
So listen, a crazy first week. I know some wins we did not expect to see. We saw teams that we thought would win didn't, and some teams that just came out swinging and looking great. A lot of stuff to cover. I'm gonna go into the teams that won. Then Nikki's gonna go into who won the weekly pick'ems. We're gonna discuss maybe some injury reports, what we saw from the games and takeaways, and do our picks for next week. So here we go. Thursday night, September 8th, we kicked off the NFL season with the Bills and Rams. Bills came out swinging, 31-10. Rams had a hangover, I would say. Super Bowl hangover. That defense was on it. On Sunday, we had Patriots at Dolphins. Dolphins won.
Metaportal Go. Look professional.
I can't read the screen. The damn ad's going to come on. Buccaneers at Cowboys, 19-3. Bucks, Saints at Falcons, 27-26. Saints came back and took the lead at the end. 49ers at Bears. Bears won 19-10. Steelers, 23. Bengals, 20 in Cincinnati. Eagles at Lions. Eagles won 38-35. Ravens at Jets. Jets won 24-9. Ravens won 24-9. Apologies. Jaguars at Commanders, 22-28. Commanders with the win. Browns at Panthers pulled up the win, 26-24. Colts and Texans tied. Giants at Titans. Giants win 21-20. Packers at Vikings. Vikings won 23-7. Chiefs at Cardinals. 44-21. Chiefs with the win.
Metaportal with Smart Sound helps reduce your background
What
noise.
is this? This is, I don't know why it keeps coming on.
Are they paying us for that or what?
No, that's ESPN. You open up the scores. All right, Raiders at Chargers. Raiders won 24-19. And then Monday Night Football, we had Russell Wilson coming back home to Seattle. Broncos at Seahawks. Seahawks with the win, 17-16. Wow.
I don't want to talk about that game, Frank. I don't want to talk about that game.
Oh, we're going to talk about a lot today. So
we're going to talk about a lot. But
yeah.
Hold on. So,
Nikki, take it away.
This week pickups. The winner of week 1. I can't stand. Week 1 of 2022. Yeah, 2022 NFL happens to be June.
Let's go, man. Is this a game?
June came in.
Today will go down in history.
June came in with 11 correct predictions, followed by Bree with 10, myself with 9, and Frank held it down at the bottom with a solid 8.
Frank did the Rams.
Oh, so you want to know?
Won the
Frank
Super
did the
Bowl,
Rams when the Bills
lost the first
won.
game of the season.
Yeah. Then Frank did the Cardinals when the Chiefs won. That's what set Frank behind.
No. What I'm saying is the Rams won the Super Bowl and lost the first game of the season.
Correct.
The same thing with Frank. because he won last year, lost the first week.
That's a good analogy, June. I'll give you that. That's good. That's good. I'll take that. Listen, I went with my gut, and with the exception of a few games, like which one I picked with you guys. I went Atlanta on the one that me and June do on the side, and Atlanta had the lead and lost it. So I went Atlanta, right? Yeah, I went my gut at home. I looked at the point spread. Teams were favored. Panthers were favored. Who would have thought? I mean, look, crazy first week. So let's talk about Thursday game real quick. I'll let Nick go first, and then we'll go. What's your take on Thursday's game?
Jalen. You know what? I'll say this, right? The last few years, the Bills has shown they've came to play. You get what I'm saying? And I think they started early with making a statement, I am not shocked the Bill won. The rest of us that had some kind of okay, we picked the Bills. It was only one out of the four of us that picked the Rams.
Rams at home. Van the banner. Listen, why not?
Hold on. Sir. I was still talking, sir. I think I mostly went with the Bills because I really, the outcome was the Rams won the Super Bowl. However, I think the Rams weren't the true winner of the Super Bowl, right? So, yeah, I just think the Bills was a better team, and it was evident.
For some clarity, what you mean is that the Rams, in your opinion, and a lot of us felt the Rams shouldn't have won that game. They won it.
Yeah, they should have never won the game. Yeah,
correct. Okay.
Right. Yeah. So, trying to hold on to, they're still on that Super Bowl high. It's like the Super Bowl really was a fluke for them. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know what? You can notice they have nobody but Cooper Kupp. Because Stafford really.
So to piggyback on yours, like I said, I picked the Rams at home, unveiling the banner, feeling the high, coming off that win, But I was wrong. I'll say it. I was wrong. I didn't expect to see the Bills come out swinging like they did either. But hey, but you brought up a good point. First of all, let's give the Bills credit. The Bills knew that they were going to rush, so they got rid of the ball fast, early. Let Allen they couldn't get to Allen when they tried to come in. Sometimes they got the ball off or they ran the ball. They couldn't stop him. It was like, man, this guy was amazing. The team was amazing. That defense was amazing. They had two rookies starting in the backfield, and it didn't look like two rookies starting the backfield. They look like the pros, and Jalen Ramsey looked like the rookie on the other side. And it just proves that, Cooper Kupp is the only weapon they have. Losing Odell doesn't give them that threat, that speed on the outside. Nobody's really worried about them go over the top, and they was able to get pressure. Bills came to play. That's what I got to say. I'm really starting to believe the hype with the Bills after that win against defense. But they didn't play. I can understand us saying that, and they played the Lions or they played the Jets or.
We're gonna talk about the Lions.
We're gonna talk about them short. Don't worry about it. But that's what I gotta take. June, what's your takeaway of Thursday night's game?
I think when you look at the stats, both quarterbacks, I mean, what's his name? Josh Allen, if you look at the stats, he didn't do amazing. He did his job in the second half. In the first half, it was a tie. It was 10-10 going into the half. So I don't know if Jalen was just there with, his hat full, and he just came back and, he went back to his old stuff. But
we can't hear you, June. Why are you still in Walmart?
I don't know. You can't hear me? Hold on. All right. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Look, all I'm saying is the Bills look good in the second half. They look like a normal team in the first half. We'll see what happens, and it kind of goes to a question I'm going to ask later on, in regards to the first week of the NFL season. The Rams look horrible at the end of the day, in my opinion.
So the only thing I would say is sorry, Frank.
Yeah.
I think the Bills look great the entire game. I think the Rams try to keep up, and with them trying to keep up, they tied at the end of whatever. But the better team prevailed.
Yeah.
At the end of the game, you know what I'm saying? Like I do agree with you. The Rams probably kept up in first or second quarter, but it's a 4-quarter game, so they got dropped off.
It's 60 minutes, and they don't have no depth on the Rams side. They don't, and their offensive line, they don't have an answer for Whitworth retiring. So, and we saw it. We saw it. And if you would have gave the Bengals the offensive line that the Bills had in the Super Bowl, it would have been a different outcome. Just to say that. Moving along with the next game. So let's too many games to cover. Let's talk about individual games. I'll do mine real quick. It's not much to talk about. We had Patriots at Dolphins. I picked the Dolphins to win. Everybody thought I was crazy.
No, we didn't say you were crazy. We said you picked right. We just said you wasn't loyal.
I'm
said you was crazy. Because we all picked the Dolphins. So why would we say you're crazy?
Because I wasn't loyal. That's what I'm trying to say. Look.
Yeah. I like the word that they said I wasn't loyal, not that you were crazy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because when you say, oh, everybody say you were crazy, as if you made a bad pick.
No. Because I didn't go with my home team. That's why I'm saying that. Not that
No. Say you weren't loyal.
No, I'm a realist and I'm a fan of football. This is a podcast, so we got to throw our bias to the side. And listen, I knew they were going to lose. I knew it.
They did.
And it goes because of the fact that, and in my opinion, there's no offensive coordinator to develop Mac Jones in that offense. You had Josh McDaniels the year before. You don't have that no more. Belichick being stubborn again, doesn't want to go out and hire somebody. And they went against a team that on paper was better. And honestly, they played better. Now, I ain't gonna lie, Tua's arm did look kind of funny at times. He kind of underthrew some passes, but at the end of the day, they won the game. I think the Patriots playing Pittsburgh. So that might be another loss for us. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be.
That might be a big upset there. But that's all I take away from mine. You could tell that they need an offensive coordinator, somebody to at least call offensive plays, or make plays for Mac Jones to do what he do, because at this pace, it'll be another losing season again in less than 3 years. That's crazy. What happened? Yeah.
All right. One thing I like to point out is that the person that was
the Eagles won.
Oh yeah, the Eagles won.
Wait.
But the one thing I like to point out though is that we had Matt Patricia calling the plays. Our defensive coordinator was calling the plays for the offense. That's how much of how bad we are right now. We need an OC. I don't know who's going to be our OC, but we need one right now. We need a quarterbacks coach, maybe the wide receiver coach, somebody. I don't know who was going to be, but we need somebody, because literally it was so bad. Mac Jones couldn't produce nothing. And I seen something. The Patriots, they posted their final score picture and everything on Instagram, and somebody said who scored it? Ty Montgomery scored a touchdown, right? The only touchdown that we had, by rolling in the end zone. He caught it in the flat and rolled into the end zone. And somebody said that sums up our game, and that's perfectly going to sum up our season. Just rolling into the end zone, because we're not even getting there. We're literally crawling in there. It's bad. But shouts out to the Eagles for winning. You know the vibe.
We ain't there yet. All right, that's it. We
Appreciate you.
Next.
Appreciate
So
you.
the only thing I'm going to say is this, right? I personally don't think during the off seasons, Patriots really did anything to improve with what they had, right? And don't get me wrong, just because you don't improve don't mean that you can't come out decent. But the thing is this, right? You didn't improve, and the team that you were going against technically improved. So it wasn't going to be an easy game. Y'all could have still won, lies, because the scores show that y'all couldn't have. But what I'm saying is, It was just terrible. It was just terrible.
It
So
was.
yeah.
It was terrible. And again, the defense didn't, in my opinion, hold up as much as they should have. To me, as a fan and a Patriot fan, I the only thing they added was Parker, and that's dope if you have other things to go with it. And right now, Mac Jones trying to find himself. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go into the holding call today and call in the end zone. That doesn't matter because if they would have gave it, been 7. Who knows? They would have scored another 7. They only scored 1-7. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. But they have a long season. I'm serious, they do. And if they keep playing like this, it's gonna be bad. And I'm not gonna blame. And this one, I'm gonna blame the organization because you should have got an offensive coordinator, somebody to develop Mac Jones more. But that's just me. June, you got anything you want to add to that?
No, I 100% agree. I was gonna say exactly what Frankie just said. The biggest issue there, bro, if it's not fixed, like you said, aside from all the crazy madness, is the fact that that you guys don't have a legitimate OC and you guys didn't have a identified OC going into the preseason. So I think you guys were a step behind when it came down to the to that position.
Correct.
Going into the preseason, and it really hurts you guys right now.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. All right, with the next game, we're going to talk about the Jaguars versus the Commanders. Nikki, take it away.
All right, so I'm gonna tell you my frustration in our game. My frustration happens to be with Trevor. Okay, it has to be with Trevor. The reason why I'm frustrated with him is, what the hell are you doing? You underthrowing, you're overthrowing. Like it clearly was a winnable game. You get what I'm saying? Because we came back. It clearly was a winnable game. Now, I say that, and I must add, it's not only or all on Trevor. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that or no?
No.
So the music on my phone just started playing.
But
anyway,
music.
Did you shut up? What I can say is this: even with that frustration, I'm happy we put some points up. I'm happy we lost by a touchdown. You get what I'm saying? Because last year we could never even see the red zone. You get what I'm saying? Another frustrating thing for me is this, and this goes for all teams. It's very frustrating if you make it to the end zone and cannot put points on the board. This little 3 thingy, when you go completely down the field, y'all got to get it together. All these bullshit ass penalties, and obviously we'll talk about that with other games, you know, especially last night. But all these bullcrap penalties when you go fully down the field, this is crazy. So because the Cowboys did it, the Jags did it, the Broncos, and getting these 3 points, come on. This is ridiculous. I don't know.
Hey.
And then again, not to downplay the Commanders, right? But their best player wasn't even on the field. You know, so come on. We got to do better. And it ain't going to be no easy chicken this week.
Nope.
I think it was a great challenge for you guys because the Commanders defense. Well, the Commanders defense ain't no punk. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they didn't have buddy out there. What's his name?
Chase Young.
Chase Young, right? Chase Young, right?
Yeah.
They didn't have him out there, but I mean that defense is a good defense. Their offense, to me, I think is something that has to get worked on. But I think you guys did better. You guys look way better than you guys did the entire preseason.
June, if you want to be honest, we look better than we did the whole 2020, 21, in preseason, right? I think no preseason. I can see glimpse. You know what I'm saying? And I can see it now. I think my only issue is the missed throws from Trevor. You get what I'm saying? The overthrow because he did that shit during preseason.
So
Yeah.
And getting over and underthrown is the quickest way for you to get intercepted.
So this is what I'm gonna say for me. Looking at these stats, they had 2 more first downs than you guys did, but their conversion on third down was way better. Jags was 3 of 12, Washington was 7 of 10.
Mhm.
When you're converting at that high, as you know, the name of the game is get them off the field. You guys ran 62 total plays, they ran 70. As far as total yardage, they only had 7 more yards than you guys did, and they only have one more drive. Yards per play, you guys average more, 6.2. They average 5.6. But I just feel like them third downs, y'all had 2 sacks for a loss of 15 yards. They only had 1 of 8. They threw 2 interceptions. You guys threw 1. So the turnover battle, you guys actually did better. But now the red zone, they went 2 for 2. You guys went 2 for 5. Like you said, when you get down there, you got to put up points. And sometimes 3 points ain't going to cut it, you know?
No.
No.
And Frank, so this is the point I want to make. Based off the stats that you just gave, had we improved in just a little bit, we would have it was a winnable game. That's the point that I'm making. It was clearly a winnable game. We have improved, but I think the issue of being overthrowing shit, now that you brought it back to my memory, what you holding on the ball for so long? Our O-line has improved, because that used to be my biggest gripe. Our O-line has improved, but we're not there where you could take a nap, wash your face, brush your teeth. We're not there.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that that game, Trevor should have had that type of game last year. And what do I mean by that?
Correct.
He was put under pressure to win that game on the first game of the season to make a statement. He should have had more of those games last year. But that's what I'm saying. It was a good game. Like, honestly, I think it was good for Trevor. He needed it. Now is really what happens after week 1 that matters.
We play the Colts this week, so shit.
With that being said, let's go over to June's team, the Eagles playing the Lions. Before me and Nikki go in on this game, June, take it away.
I'm gonna tell you like this, guys. The offense did their thing. Jalen did his thing. AJ Brown, he earned his paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
Typically he does.
The disappointment wasn't the disappointment was definitely Devontae Smith, to be honest with you. Hold on, you could talk. I'll finish in a second. Hold on.
So, for me, I didn't see the game.
I didn't get to watch.
My fantasy with AJ Brown did outstanding, so thank you, AJ. But the only concern I have is that unless the Detroit Lions are actually a better team this year than they were last year, right now the Eagles are favored to win the NFC East, especially with that going down. To come down to a 3-point game, pretty much, it's tough, right? I'm looking at the stats. They had 27 first downs. The Eagles did. The Lions had 23. On third down efficiency, the Eagles were 10 of 17. Lions was 9 of 14. Total plays, they ran 6 more plays than the Lions did. They ran 72. Total yardage, that was kind of almost 100 yards more. And they had time of possession. The Eagles had time of possession. And I think the Lions interception. So turnover battles, you guys won. Now penalties, they had 7 penalties for 65 yards, the Lions. But the Eagles had 10 for 61. So, I mean, but rushing, this is another one that y'all did good in. Rushing yards, 216 rushing yards. They had 181. I mean, that's a close game, man, for the Eagles to even – now, maybe they slept and they went in there thinking it was going to be a walk in the park. But it's one of those games that you get the right stop at the right time, it can change the outcome of the game. So, but
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
mhm.
I was gonna finish saying my bad. I had to order some stuff, but no. What I was saying is the game shouldn't have came down in the fourth quarter to what it came down to, but then it came down to the Detroit Lions not having anything to lose. And when you don't have anything to lose and you're trying all types of plays, and then when you find that little in, you're gonna take advantage of that. Their in started from the beginning of the game, which was their rushing game. We weren't stopping Swift, and then all of a sudden, they went like 3 or 4 3 and outs immediately, which gave us that momentum to score all those points. AJ Brown was open various times. Again, Devontae Smith, 0 catches. So again, that was a big letdown, especially if you have him on fantasy. What's his name? Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders did the thing. 5 different players scored, and that's 4 different rushing TDs. Including Jalen Hurts, Boston Scott, Gainesville, and Miles Sanders, which is amazing. Then our newest pickup in the secondary, Bradbury, he had the interception for a pick 6. So the game was amazing. It was just the late second half of the game, which I think they need to tighten up, and they spoke about it. It shouldn't have boiled down to that close of a game. Jalen Hurts again. It's hurt season, baby. You know what I'm saying? It's hurt season. The only thing that kind of worried me is he gonna run like that all season? Because if so, then mid or late season it could affect the him as a player, and I don't want him getting hurt.
so Nick,
So I think one big thing that tickled me during that game. Unfortunately, I didn't get to watch it either. Obviously, the Jags was playing at that same time, and I was watching the Steelers game, so we could start at least discuss the Steelers game since Bree's not here. But what was tickling is, June came up with this bullcrap saying last week that whatever, but it was funny because they are professionals and they showed it. I think the Lions showed that they're professionals. And I say this to say this. They stepped up. Yeah, they didn't win. But now, maybe the message is we're not going, like Drew said, they have nothing to lose at this point.
mm-hmm.
And it's the beginning of the season. The first game. You know what I'm saying? So they like, bro, if we playing, y'all got to come see me. Like, y'all have to win the game. We're not giving you crap. And that was refreshing to see. Good on the Lions. Can't take away from the Eagles, right? But what I can say is the Eagles had to go above and beyond. Superior performance, sustained superior performance to win this game. But the Titans said, don't worry. I mean, the Lions said, don't worry about it. Here I come. I'm going to win the quarter. I don't give a damn if y'all win the year.
So with the performance, Patrick Mahomes came out like an EP sailor, keeping his EP.
Listen, number one.
He went out there, and they had 21 points, I think, in the first 5 minutes of the game. I didn't know what the hell happened. I'm looking at the game, and I'm like, where is the Cardinals at? Well, Kyler Murray just got all this money. What is he doing? Now, JJ wasn't out there, I don't know. I expected more out of the Cardinals. I did. I picked them to win.
I know, because you picked the Cardinals.
Yeah, I picked them to win. I said, you know what? At home,
June and I were the only sensible people.
What did Bree went with?
The Cardinals. I just said June and I was the only sensible people.
Listen, but Mahomes, I'm gonna tell you right now, that dude went out there and said, y'all said without Tyreek, I ain't nobody. I'm gonna show you. But I will say this. It's because of his talent that they can do what they can do. And he was using everybody.
Wait a minute. Say that again.
I said because of his talent. I never said Mahomes wasn't a good quarterback. I just don't like.
No, what you always say is the people around him.
Yeah.
Like Tyreek Hill have saved him.
I'm not
Tyreek ain't him, babe.
I'm not backing.
You know what he said, June?
Yeah, but I'm not backing off of that because historically in those games, Tyreek is the one that made the play.
No,
However,
I'm not.
this
I'm not
game-
saying that. I'm just
Yeah,
saying. I'm only repeating what you have previously said, and
Yeah.
you beat it continuously. Beat.
and when it comes to those games that we speak of, I will always say that. But
Yeah,
this-
but homeboy just showed you he don't need Tyreek.
oh, we'll see.
Mm.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Because I'm gonna tell you what, Cardinals didn't do what they had to do, but at the same time, the Chiefs were in control of that game all the way through. All the way through.
All right.
They went in their favor. All the way. So they didn't face any adversity. They didn't. Mahomes, I don't even think had pressure at all. You know what I'm saying? Like there was
Listen, he was skipping and on that damn field like this.
Yeah.
if we're gonna, not to discount what he did because he did magnificent.
Mhm.
We look at Geno last night, and we haven't even talked about that game. And I picked the Broncos thinking Geno was going out there to stink it up. You know?
Baby, we all picked the Broncos, but that's not the next game. It's
Yeah, no. Yeah,
But hey, real
steamroll.
quick, Frank. Really quick. The Chiefs looked amazing.
They did.
They look like damn near. If I had to rank a team, it would be the Chiefs and then the Buffalo Bills right now in the first week, right? As far as performance goes. Yes, you cannot do that. Hey, think about it. They went out there and they look great. They look like they've been playing together forever. They look like they never had what's his name, Tyreek Hill. So
of them.
Bro, the Bills blew out the defending champs 31-10 in their home while they put the banner up. Josh Allen ran a touchdown and like he was Jordan, extended his arm, said, "Oh, it crossed the plane. Give me that." On Bobby Wagner. No, bro.
Mahomes threw 5 TDs.
Okay.
Mahomes threw 5 TDs in the opening game of the season with no Tyreek Hill, which was his number one go-to, right?
Yeah, okay. That's all nice against a team that choked in the second half of the season last year. Without
And their defense, and
Damn,
their
Frank, you
defense
not
looked
letting
good.
me talk.
because it's this is way because you know what? Listen, go ahead, Nick. Go ahead, because I'm gonna echo what you say, and I don't want to sound like I'm.
You done said every. You don't see me thumbs.
Yeah, I'm not trying to hate, but let's be honest, bro. Let's just be clear. Nobody's discount what he did. Nobody. But it's the Cardinals. We already know Kyler Murray. You yourself, June, said you don't believe in Kyler Murray. So Kyler Murray can't even see over the offensive line. He didn't come up big. They didn't do anything to put fear in Mahomes' heart or that defense. That defense went through like it was nothing. And people could say, "Oh, no, D Hopkins." Okay, whatever. We can throw that out there. I'm not doing that. I'm not making excuses. But the Bills went in there with the full complement of the Rams except OBJ, Cooper Kupp, Henderson, Cam Akers, Donald, what my man, Aaron Donald on the other side, Stafford with the arm. They went in there and they said, "Nah, we here to stay." To me, the biggest statement, and this is just my opinion, was Bills beating the Rams at home.
Most definitely. Okay, tag. Tag. Most definitely. I don't know how June can fix his mouth to say that was the biggest statement, but he just said, "Oh, the Rams held, in the beginning, they were tied. Cardinals never showed up."
That's what I'm saying, though. I'm not saying that.
Okay, so if you're saying the Cardinals, are you coming to the game? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If you're saying that, why would you fix your mouth and say that they were number one? They didn't have no competition. Now, where I can sort of agree with you, the Bills didn't have much of competition, but the Chiefs could have been on the field. They were playing scrimmage with the Cardinals, okay? Because the Cardinals never even showed up.
Bro.
No. Now, don't get me wrong. I can't take away what Patrick did, but to don't do that. The Bills is definitely number one. The reigning Super Bowl champs, they embarrassed them.
But look, let me tell you something.
Oh my God! Wait until you get done, Frank.
No, I'm gonna tell you something, June. This is gonna kind of help you out, right? But it's gonna prove what we're saying. This was never even a game. They ran 30. They had 33 first downs. The Chiefs did. Cardinals 18. Total plays. The Chiefs ran 3 more total plays than they did. 66 to 63. Total yards. 488 yards. Cardinals only had 282 yards. Passing yards. Yo. Chiefs had 360 passing yards to 179 on the Cardinals. And then rushing 128. They went 6 for 6 in the red zone, but so did Cardinals went 3 for 3. Yo, conversion, where's the third down efficiency at? Yo, Chiefs went 5 of 8. Cardinals went 3 of 12. Mahomes had them beat within the first 5 minutes. The rest of that was patting stats, creating records.
Yeah.
But to me, and opinions are like assholes, right? Me and Nikki both got one. In our eyes, the Bills had the better. It made the better statement. That's just us.
Most definitely.
All right.
Listen.
Hey, hold on, Nikki, because this is gonna be exactly what you said, right? It's gonna kind of contradict what you said. And Frank, you both. Well, not Frank, more Nikki. Frankie, all of us. We all said that the damn Rams should have never won that Super Bowl. And if it would have been the Buffalo Bills against the Rams instead of the Bengals, we already know what the outcome was going to be because Josh Allen would have been slinging that thing just like he did. So the expectation of that game, if it would have been Buffalo, it would have been the same outcome, in my opinion, with all the healthy people that they had in the Super Bowl. So with that being said, it's not surprising that the Buffalo Bills beat the Rams. The Rams, to me, like you said, it was a fluke win. It was a fluke. You said it at the beginning of this podcast.
Yes. It was a fluke win. I have a question for you, June. If it was the Super Bowl last year and it was the Chiefs and the Cardinals, who would have won?
The Super Bowl last year, the Chiefs and the Cardinals?
I'm putting them in the Super Bowl last year.
You can't do that.
I'm
based
asking
on
you
the outcome
question.
that they had in the second half of the season.
Fine. We're not doing Super Bowl. So who did you pick to win this game?
Or what game?
The Chiefs and the Cardinals.
Which the damn Chiefs.
Why? Why?
Because I knew that they were, because Andy Reid, damn it, shit. Look at my background. Damn it, fly, baby.
Listen, at the end of the day, we can all agree to this. Mahomes went out there and said, 2 babies, married to my wife, no Tyreek, 5 touchdowns. Hold that. Let's just be honest. Now, in spite Bree not here, the next game I want to talk quickly about, because I do want to talk Bucks at Cowboys, and then I want to end it with the Monday night game.
Yeah, the Broncos. Yeah.
But Steelers at
you right up my alley. Mm-hmm.
Steelers at Bengals. Bengals gave them 5 picks. Is the Bengals lost more on the Bengals, or is it more on the Steelers? And before I let y'all go, I'm gonna say why I think it's more on the Bengals not doing their job. Anybody gives you 5 turnovers should not be in the game. And what I mean by not being, it should never came down to overtime. Should not.
So you're saying it's on the Steelers?
No,
I'm the Bengals.
You can. Yeah, that's fair. I get what you're saying. You're turning it around. Okay. And if the Bengals would have challenged that first catch by Jamar Chase on the line, they would have got the touchdown. The official said it. They all said it on the news. If you would have challenged, he would have got the touchdown. They didn't challenge. But that's neither here or there. I feel that the fact that it came down to a field goal in overtime, multiple field goals missed, let's just be honest, and you still won, is indicative of the fact that your team isn't all that. The Bengals wasn't playing their best game.
Get off of this thing, Frank. What's going on? You and I are synced today, baby.
We're thinking alike. That's just the truth. I watched the game, and Joe Shiesty, you know what I'm saying, had them pet. It was a $1 late. $1 late. You know what I'm saying? A minute late, $1 short. But
listen,
minutes,
Frank. You gotta respect that the Steelers won the game. The Steelers, I don't give a freak what nobody said. They won the game because the fucking kicker couldn't kick.
The holder was out. The long snapper was out. Injuries. You know, hey, what you gonna
Listen,
say?
this kicking game, we got to do something about these kickers. Because a lot of games
Oh,
came
gosh,
to
don't
the
even
kicker.
talk about it. I'm getting so upset.
A lot of games came to the kicker.
So, Nick, so you in agreement that it was more about how the Steelers had 5 turnovers and still couldn't really win the game, put it away?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they come on now. So, but you got to credit the Bengals, and it's hard to say it because they still lost. But for them to have played as bad as they did, and it came down to a field goal, they're a team to be reckoned with. That's all that tells you.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate here again.
You can do that on a bad, because you know what? I think people are entitled to bad games. I think, professionals have off days, and I think you're entitled to it. Even on an off day, it came down to a fucking kick.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Come on.
No, it didn't come down to a kick. It came down to a full. The first 3 quarters. That's what it came down to, because hey, old Burrow, he played like shit in the first half. He played like shit kind of in the third half, in the third quarter. So with that being said, it kind of goes back to the question that we talked about in the offseason, which was, is that Super Bowl run of the Bengals a fluke? Or was it real? Hold on. Or was it real? Because now you're going against Mitch Trubisky, which he looks horrible, and you're going against a Steelers team that is decent, but it's still in rebuilding mode, in my opinion. And you couldn't pull off the win at home. 100% is on the Bengals. Nothing is on the Steelers. Because, hey, they got Mitch Trubisky. If they would have lost, they would have been like, hey, we never had a quarterback. We're still trying to figure it out. Boom. That would have been it. And he still had a touchdown on that ass.
Listen, that devil advocate that you just played, you at first I was like, June don't know what the hell he's talking about. But when you hit me with, if they would have lost, it'd have been like, look who we got as a QB. I agree with you there. Yeah, but see, I look at it different. Because I do agree with you. Now, do I think the Super Bowl thing was a fluke? No, I don't. I think some of the small, stupid mistakes that they had last year, might not be the same that they had this year. However, these dumb mistakes are what's costing them the game. You get what I'm saying? So,
let me tell you something. Bengals should have won that game, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Most definitely. But this is the second game that we said that. Bengals have to get over.
Listen to the stats. This is crazy. I didn't know this. 32 first downs to 13. They went 8 of 16 on third down conversions. Steelers were 4 of 15. So they were 50% conversion on third down. They ran 94 total plays. The Steelers ran 61. Total yards, the Bengals had 432 total yards to 267. Passing, 299 to 192. Rushing, 133 to 75. At red zone, attempts and made. Steelers went 50%, 1 of 2. Bengals went 2 of 5. And the penalty side, Steelers had more penalties than them, 8 for 59 yards. Time of possession, 43 minutes to 26 minutes. You know what killed the Bengals? 5 turnovers, 4 interceptions, 1 fumble.
I'm telling you. But that's the point I'm making.
So all I'm saying is if you eliminate turnovers, hey, that game.
You would have won the game, hands down.
Yeah.
Even with you playing shitty.
Yep.
That's the point I'm making. So, like, you know how you have to come real to yourself and understand, this team lost. No, yeah, they beat themselves. The Steelers didn't really beat them.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. But you know what, June? You said something that I could agree. It's Trubisky. Trubisky played like ass. So, I mean.
So now on the topic of beating themselves, it takes to our Monday night game.
Oh Lord.
I'll come back to the Bucks because we can talk about that in a minute. Broncos come in, Russell coming home, loses by 1 point, 16-17. Geno Smith looked outstanding.
Listen, it made me question. Ain't this the same damn line that Russ had?
Mm-hmm.
It made
One
me
thing-
question where the hell this line come
One
from.
thing I give Geno Smith is that no matter what, he kept his eyes downfield, and that's what helped him find the tight end, the wide receiver, anybody he needs to throw it to get the first down. Mahomes went out there. I don't feel like they went deep enough. That Judy catch and run for a touchdown was amazing. Russell looked under pressure the whole time.
Mm-mm.
But was running the ball well for the Seahawks. I mean, that defense and the penalties. Oh my God. If I pull up the penalties, there was one
They
drive.
had the last time I seen they had like 8 for 101.
No, let me tell you something. That last drive, no, not last drive. One of them drives, they basically between penalties, they gave Geno Smith. By the time he was done, he was ready on the other side of the field. Look, in penalties, they had 12 penalties for 106 yards.
Yeah.
5 and all the Seahawks had 5 for 77. Now, this is a different tale of two tapes, right? We talked about how actually it goes together. First downs, Broncos had 20, Seahawks had 19. Total plays was 64 to 49. Total yards, 433 on the Broncos, 253 on the Seattle Seahawks. Passing yards was 330 to 177, and rushing was 103 to 76. They had third down efficiency was 8 of 15 to 6 of 11, but time of possession, 33 minutes to 26 minutes. If you look at these stats, Broncos should have won that game. And they did.
Listen, I want you to understand that the consensus of most of the stuff that we're saying is this. The teams that we think I can't say not because we think they're a better team, just because the way it happened, they should have won. They lost the game because of themselves. You get what I'm saying? That Bronco game was so disappointing on a lot of levels. How the hell do you make it? Well, listen, 4-1. You make it to the red zone and get 0 points out of it twice. How do you do that?
Fumbles, 2 fumbles.
Twice. No. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Twice. You fumbled twice.
Disgusted. Hey, I'm gonna tell you
Very.
something. I'm gonna tell you why I'm so damn disgusted. Disgusted because all the Broncos had to do was win, and I was night sounds pick'ems.
Damn, bro.
That's why I'm disgusted the most. It was $812. Just
How much money was it?
there are 33 people. It was 25 each.
You said, wait a minute.
But yeah, 100% disgusted. Yeah, real shit, bro.
So half of that would be $412. Oh my
or
God.
something.
Bro.
Yeah, that's why I was upset, bro. And McManus almost made it.
Let's talk about that
64
real quick.
yards.
64 yards, and he had enough leg on that. It just went to the left. If he, whatever, he missed it, but he had the space on it. He had the leg on that for 64 yards. That is crazy.
The thing that pissed me off is the first one that he kicked that Seahawks called a timeout. You know he went left that time too. But why left?
That's crazy. So now, since we're talking about games, watching the Bucks and Cowboys, you know, you guys said something, and I said I don't see it that Brady looked off, and he later came out and said that he was playing with a lot more emotion than he normally does. And I think that's why he might have looked off. I didn't think he looked off. But now hearing him say that kind of makes me agree with you guys that he was off. He was off because he was emotional. But what I saw, he was comfortable. That defense looks great. That defense looks outstanding. And they're spreading the ball around. You know, he was out for 11 days. That Prescott's hurt, June. That just helped your team out because now you guys should win the NFC East. By the time he comes back, y'all should have the NFC East sold. What are your takes on that? Because I think if Brady keeps going on these emotional plays, it can help but hurt at the same time. I think he'll get under control by the next game because they're playing the Saints. However, he did admit he was a little bit emotional in this game. What do you guys think?
Let me go.
Nikki, you breaking up. We can't turn your camera off so it could play better for you.
Nikki, your phone. You want me to go while you get service? I'm gonna go while she gets service. Bro. At first, I was like, whoa. At first, like he was a little off. Tom Brady, that is. But eventually he got himself together. And then after that, in my opinion, what's his name? Julio, man, if he ain't a great addition to that squad, I don't know what is. His arm looked really good. Tom Brady's arm looked really good. Man, everybody did their job over there. I mean, Fournette looks really good. Mike Evans, he looks really good. The only people that I didn't have too much confidence from, my view was the tight ends. They just kind of look like whatever. But the defense looked horrible. Looked like they didn't even play. Man, I don't know if it was Dak or that defense. I don't know who. But hey, Dak is out. You could just say the season is washed. And the Cowboys said they're sticking with whatever his name is for Rush because they're not going to invest in another quarterback.
Well, I mean, I'll talk about that in a minute. Nikki, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you now, yeah.
As y'all know, I was there live. Time was clearly off. Throughout the whole game, there was only one touchdown. The Cowboys, oh my damn God. What can I say? They looked horrible. Listen, I went with some friends, and one of my friends was like, well, why are they on the other side? Why? Because they never left, they never left the side that they were on each half. So she was confused, and I was like, yeah, they just never left us over here. That's why you didn't realize that, in 12 minutes has lapsed, 15 minutes has lapsed. It's time for them to switch. It looked horrible. Dak, you know what? It's frustrating because you put so much in a team, right? For you to not reap the fruit of your labors. You get what I'm saying? Now, I'll say this. I never thought they were going to have a good season anyway. So it's not 100% disappointing. Or it's not I'm not 100%. Hold on. Wait a minute. I'm not 100% shocked. I'm not 100% shocked. However, it's frustrating. It's frustrating. Joe, I told you y'all was going to win the division this year.
Hey, you remember that 2-hour episode we had, Frank, when she was coming down my throat saying that the Dallas Cowboys was the nicest thing since sliced bread in the East?
No, I never said that. What I did say is you talking caca and your team didn't win. They won one game against them. That's what I said. Now that's what I said. Okay. Because the Cowboys also lost last year, playoffs, where I thought they were the better team compared to the sitting here talking big shit, and y'all didn't even win one game against the said Cowboys when you was talking caca. That's all.
Well, I will say this, and this is on NFL memes _IG on Instagram. The Dallas Cowboys are the only team in NFL who did not score a touchdown in week 1. The only one. Oh, with that being said, major injuries. Dak Prescott's out. Needs surgery on his
We know
thumb.
that.
They're talking about what's week 8 coming back after a bye week. I pretty much think their season is done. TJ Watt is out for 6. He doesn't need surgery, but he's out for 6. What do you guys think that's going to be the impact for the Steelers moving forward on defense?
Well, I think their defense didn't look terrible on Sunday. I think that's a big loss though. But I don't, I think they'll be okay.
Yeah, me too. Because I think he was hurt last year too, right? He was hurt for like a couple games. And they still found a way to win. I think the Steelers' miscues are not primarily on their defense. I think, and don't get me wrong, he is a big part of it. That's not what I'm saying. He is a big part of that defense, but I think the bigger miscues are more in the offense than the defense.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I again, it's going to be a loss felt, but I don't think it's going to be a loss that will take them out of the running. But shit, Lamar looked good to me. So Joe did look great. However, Joe's gonna be fine.
See, and my thing with Lamar, here's my thing with Lamar. I didn't want to really touch too much on it because it was against the Jets. But 3 touchdowns, he looks great yesterday. He got the ball downfield. Not yesterday, Sunday. He got the ball downfield. But I want to see what he does this week before we start praising. I think if Lamar keeps doing what he's doing, he's gonna get the money he wants.
Yeah. Hey, yesterday's game proved that Lamar could do a lot more than just run the ball, because most of them touchdowns were in the air. And there weren't little slants. You know what I'm saying? There were decent bombs, very accurate, decent bombs. So I think that definitely helps his case.
Listen, I was very pleased with it because at first it was struggling. I was looking at the score. I'm like, why is the Ravens? I got him on fantasy on one of my leagues. And I'm like, what is he doing? But then Lamar woke up. He took a nap. He woke up and said, "Oh, I got to play now. Let me go play," and put the Jets to sleep. One thing I want to do highlight on the Bucks versus Cowboys. Micah Parsons got Brady twice for a loss. He did. And then this is true coaching at its best. Brian Leftwich was like, you know what? If he's going to come at him, come in. And we're going to chip him. And Micah came in hot. And then Leonard Fournette, this running back of at least 220, 240 pounds, hit him so hard that he put him down.
He was in the air, bro.
He was in the air. He chipped him so hard that he put him in the air and laid him down. And looked at him like, you're not coming back here no more. And Micah didn't get another sack the rest of the game. I just want to say, good job, Leonard. Good job, Leonard Fournette. Because as a running back, that's true running back shit right there. That's true running back shit.
Got 2 already. That's okay. Let him chip on one. It's all right.
Nick, you broke up. A lot of that stuff didn't come in clear. It sounded like we was doing dial-up again. Can you repeat that?
I said,
No, excuse me. It's breaking up real bad.
Breaking up.
Yep, we lost her. I'm gonna tell you something. When I saw that chip shot, I was pleased. Nikki, you back?
Oh, okay. It was coming. It was getting me back on. I said it's okay because he got 2 sacks on Brady.
No, he got 2 sacks when it mattered. That's a good thing about it. But Hey, Leonard Fournette, let him know I'm here, and I'm here to stay. Now, a lot of great games, a lot of stuff unexpected this week. Injuries, a lot of injuries out there. Who else? Godwin's out for the Bucks. He's not going to be playing. They also took a hit to the offensive line, I think, a tackle. So I mean, it's a lot of stuff coming up this week. A lot of matchups. So with that being said, Nikki, since I know you out the house.
No, I got myself. Hold on. Let me just sit down. Let me get my phone right. All right. Let me put my face on. I'm back. It's gonna be loud though, obviously. But all right. So okay, here we go.
Metaportal Go. Look professional.
What was that? Is that me?
No, that's me.
All right, so
I got ESPN open
all right.
for the.
So it will go like this: Frank, me, and then you, June. June, you're always gonna be last this whole season because your name. I started with you on the book last.
So why I won
You know what?
last
No,
week?
I changed my mind. Yep, June won last week, so June would go, then I would go, and then Frank, you lost. So
It's okay.
all right, Thursday night game: the Chargers at Chiefs. Come on, June. Chargers at Kansas City.
Chiefs.
Okay. I am going with the Chiefs. The Chiefs look real good right now.
Metaportal Go.
I'm gonna go against my gut. I'm gonna go with Chiefs.
Oh gosh, you can go Chargers.
No, I said Chiefs.
All right. Next game I have the Patriots against at Pittsburgh. June.
Damn, it's tough. I might have to go with the Pats.
Oh, you're going with the Pats? Good.
I'm gonna go with the Pats.
I'm gonna go with the Steelers.
I don't trust the Steelers offense enough, and I trust Belichick not to let that happen again.
Right.
I'm going Pats. No TJ Watt, and Belichick's gonna take your best weapon out of you, and you don't have no Najee Harris. So I'm going Pats.
All right. June, Panthers against the Giants at New York.
The Panthers.
I am going to Panthers.
We should be more sustainable. Amazon Business can steer
What
us
the
toward
hell
more
is-
sustainable product.
I am going Panthers as well.
I just want you to know that the Giants won though against the Titans. Woo.
Yeah, I know, but also Derrick Henry got laid out by a linebacker, and he's never been laid out by one person ever. And this dude laid him out.
Okay.
Look at him.
The Jets at Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Oh, Browns. I am going to Browns. Frank?
Same Browns.
Right. The Colts, Jaguars.
Jags.
Right.
Oh man, no. I want to go Colts, but Jags have a good record against the Colts. You know what? I'll go.
Go Colts.
No, I'll go Jags. It's fine.
You going Jags? Oh my gosh! Now my team is gonna lose just because of y'all.
Even
Are
though
they
the
playing?
Colts,
They playing?
the Colts
They're
are
playing
favored by 4 points.
Yeah, good. They're playing at Jacksonville.
Yeah, that's the.
But I wrote Jags. Too late.
Yeah,
Oh, he dropped it. He dropped it. Good job. The Dolphins against the Dolphins at Baltimore.
oh, I'm going Ravens.
Dolphins.
What you going, Frank? You said you're going
Ravens.
Ravens?
Yeah.
June?
I'm going Baltimore.
I went Ravens. I should go Dolphins, but I can't go, All right. Next. Buccaneers at New Orleans.
Bucks.
Right? Oh, I'm sorry. It's me first. Next. I'm going Bucks.
Bucks.
I think they're going to split this year. But anyway, next game. The Commanders against the Lions.
Detroit.
I'm actually going Lions. Right?
Me too, Lions. They're favored by 2.5 points.
Yeah, they played really well. All right. The Hawks against San Fran.
San Fran.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go the Hawks.
I'm going 49ers at home. In good weather, I'm going 49ers.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's coming back. Sorry. The Falcons against LA. The Rams.
Rams.
Oh, that's sorry. June.
They're playing in LA.
Yeah, they're playing in LA.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Rams. If they would have played in Atlanta, I would have went in Atlanta.
I too I'm going with the Rams. The Cardinals against in not Las Vegas and Vegas, the Raiders.
Damn. I'm going Raiders.
I didn't see the Raiders play, but the Cardinals look really bad. I'm going to Raiders.
Yeah, I'm going Raiders. They're favored 6 points.
Frank, that's not what we're doing because you're cheating.
I'm not cheating. I'm
Yes,
just
you are.
no. I'm
Be quiet. The Texans against Denver.
Broncos.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna go with Broncos though.
This is a hard one. I don't think the Texans have anyone, but I think the Texans have shown, even with them having no one, they're professional.
You stupid.
I'm going to go. I'm gonna go to Texans. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Texans. All right. I don't even think I need to ask anybody, but I am. The Bengals against the Cowboys.
Bengals.
I think Cooper Rush is gonna come out strong and lose, so I go with the Bengals.
Bengals. Ooh, this one is interesting. The Bears at the Packers. The Bears at the Packers.
I have the Packers.
Yeah, Green Bay.
I'm going the Bears.
Really?
No.
I think the Packers lost that game themselves. I don't even think they lost.
The Titans against the Bills.
Bills. Titans about to be 0-2.
The Bills.
I agree with you. And Monday night, football will be the Vikings at Philly. Junior first. Okay, you're going to Eagles?
I'm going
Yes.
Eagles as well.
Oh. Man, how did the Vikings look? I didn't watch that game either. Who they go against?
The Packers. The
The
Vikings
Packers.
are great, but it's against the Packers that don't have no consistency and continuity.
All right, so I'm gonna go to Eagles. All
Maybe
right,
the Eagles.
so yep. So the deciding games are going to be the Pats and the Steelers, the Seahawks and 49ers, the Broncos and the Texans, the Packers and the Bears. Yeah, because y'all all went the same, and I went different things. I want to be different.
Mm.
The only one I'm skeptical about for real, is the Broncos and the Texans. But I'm going to keep my pick.
And don't forget, the Steelers can get the Bucks. They done got them already a few times in the regular season. So they can go.
Really? We're not talking about the Steelers. You talking about the Saints?
No, Bucks and Saints. Sorry, yeah, Bucks and Saints.
Yeah. Yeah, no. So the last 2 years, I'll say this, since Brady has been on the Bucks, he's always lost to the Saints. He's lost to the Saints.
You know what? You never know. Because Kamara had
you
a
never
shitty
know.
game. Yeah, Kamara had a shitty game last game. But if
Yeah,
he had
we-
an explosive game
We
and
picked
you
the
had
Bucks.
Michael Thomas doing his thing,
Yeah, Michael Thomas actually did really good. But yeah, I went for the Bucks. I think the Saints are they could still win it. Actually, I should go to Saints to be honest. But okay, I went the Bucks. We'll get Bree's prediction and we'll add it on. Bree, I miss you. That's all.
All right. With that being said,
Okay.
we did the recap. Our weekly predictions are done. Moving forward, let's go ahead and close it out. Anything you want to say, Nick, before we close out?
No, y'all just think that, oh, y'all guess what? On Thursday, I'm going to Jamaica. So I'll be watching the game on the island. I'll be watching it on the island on Thursday and on Sunday. Okay? And Monday, I'm going to be watching it in New Orleans. So, yeah. Y'all stay safe, man. Bree, I miss you. That's it. That's it for me.
June?
hey, the NFL is back. I'm excited. This is dope. Bree, get your ass back on here. Let's go. Your team is doing their thing, so you might as well come defend them when you can. Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. Fly, Eagles, fly.
I shouldn't have muted my thing. Next. Go
Come
ahead,
on.
Frank. Go ahead, Frank.
Hey, man, another great episode, another great week of the first week of football was dope. Week 1, I mean, we saw a lot of upsets and a lot of good wins. A lot of things to talk about. Crazy things going on, so we'll see what happens. Thank you for joining us. Subscribe, share, like, comment, and that's Frank Presents the Play Call.
Bye.